All right, watch your mouth, Danny Bruns.
We are live.
Dang, I hate we just went live. I had something to ask you about that guy in Buffalo.
What Buffalo dude?
The guy that got fired.
Oh, I still haven't seen that story.
Oh, really? Now, what the hell he was thinking?
Stop it, Marvin. I made a huge thing of spaghetti last night, and not one person ate it, including myself. But you know when you go to the fridge and you look at the meat and you go, "Up, gotta get it's got now."
Now it's now or never.
Can't even put it in the freezer.
So your go-to, got to get rid of it now, is spaghetti.
It was originally bought for that because I like to have it on hand during the week when the girls are hungry, and it's Thursday night, so I decided that the week's over. You never made it.
We're eating spaghetti all weekend, kids. I can't believe you're going to a wedding. You must really like this person.
It's my niece. It's who I had the shower for.
Ah, okay. The couple shower?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, okay. Ooh.
Reminders. All right, now shut that off again. Good morning, Kathleen.
Kathleen. You want to drop Nickelback? Note to self, don't have to ask that. Friday, bitches. Morning, Ron. Oh, Ronnie Ron. Wonder if he pronounces his last name Trestman.
I would say yes.
Trestman.
No, it's Ron Kresman. Of course, he does not.
I know.
It's the one and only. Nom, nom, nom. Dude, I laugh so I don't know what it is. I tried with the oldest kid, like she has a shit, she just can't eat properly. Like the smacking and the like, I'm like, what are you doing? But what's so funny now, and I get on to her all the time, and not even like angrily, it's just like, you can't live life like this, honey. Like people make fun of you, okay?
You can't live like that.
But now that her little sister's like, I couldn't quit laughing yesterday. She was just eating something, and her little sister's over there going, "What is up, girl? You gotta stop that."
just all up in her face about it.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, so it's not just me. You're annoyed too. See, honey, your friends are gonna be annoyed
If you have any.
if you have any, because you smack.
I didn't even hardly see Avery yesterday.
No.
No. I don't know what I was doing. I heard her come in, and then I heard her and Margot argue, and then I didn't see her till like 7:00. It was weird because And we just weren't in the same room at the same time.
No, I hear you.
Like I'd go outside, she'd come to the kitchen to get something and go back to her room, and then I'd come in. I mean, we just totally missed each other all afternoon. It was weird. Kathleen has a friend in his 30s who still smacks, and it's the worst thing ever.
Ever. How do people not know they're doing it? Really? Really? Well, I like how you're like sitting in there going, how could you not hear yourself breathing in the microphone?
All right, Facebook team, what's something you loved as a kid but hate now?
Smacking.
You loved it as a kid. I love it when people smack. And something about me is about to come up. I was going to try to keep this on the DL as long as possible, but I don't think I'm going to be able to.
You're going to sacrifice for the show. Yeah, somebody, we need you to say something. You 6 people, one of you, comment. What did you
love as a kid?
What you hate now? I don't know why I can't get that straight. It's not hard.
It's harder than giving the phone number, which I didn't do.
No, really. It's easy. Somebody write something.
Please.
There's 12 of you. There's 12 of you. Somebody put it on the comments.
Please.
Please. What you loved as a kid that you hate now.
We need you.
Really? Come on. Making friends.
Making
Okay,
friends.
that's good. That's really good.
That's a good one. That is a good one.
Making friends now?
Did Kathleen just change her profile picture? Like literally in the last 2 minutes, change her profile picture.
Well, yeah, because it's different above it.
I know. That's what I was saying. It's so crazy.
If you hate making friends so much, Kathleen, why are you putting up such a cute picture?
Maybe she's looking for friends with benefits.
Ooh.
15 seconds.
What's the cutoff on a kid? Like the age, cutoff age.
You're listening to Danny and Country Court on 98.1 The Max.
What's something you loved as a kid but hate as an adult? Kathleen on our Facebook Live page says making friends.
That's a good one because I hate doing that too. I mean, I kind of want to do it, but it's like it's effort.
Do you want to hear something really awful that's about to come out of my mouth?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. Sorry.
It's really bad.
Okay, well, tell us.
I don't have time for any more friends.
Yeah, it's true. You are.
I don't have time for the friends I have now,
right.
let alone make new ones.
Robbie on our Facebook page said musicians.
Oh, I love it, Robbie.
He loved musicians as a kid, hates them as an adult. He might be a musician. A lot of people were saying things like getting mail. You know, as a kid, it was exciting, and now it's all bills.
That's a great one.
Yeah, because it's true. I used to love to, man, good. When something came for me in the mail as a kid, man, got all kinds of fired up about that AARP letter.
I used to have these little note cards that were especially for the kids at the office, and I would write a note from random people, like the Tooth Fairy or somebody would write them a note.
Oh wow!
And I'd mail it.
That's awfully cute. And you mailed it to them?
Yeah. So I do it at work and then put it, and then mail it. And then,
Oh, okay. And then you'd be like, oh, well, you got a letter.
uh
Just got a letter. Carnival rides is one that somebody said.
huh.
You used to love them. Now I get super sick. I won't ride a roller coaster. I won't do it.
No, me neither.
I can't go to Six Flags. I can't go to Disney because I'm not going to be any fun. I'm just going to stand there and be like, y'all want to ride that? All right, I'll see you when you get back.
I'm the holder. I hold all your
Yeah.
stuff.
I'll be there with 15 purses and 19 stuffed animals. I'm okay with that.
And somehow still drinking a beer before you get off.
901-535-9898. What's something that you loved as a kid but hate as an adult? We'll take your phone calls and get into some morning wood next.
It reminded me, I can't wait for our topic with Ross. Do you remember what it is?
No.
Oh, I just saw it I just saw it on our show prep notes.
Okay, yeah. I was wondering if you kept that.
Nothing like a bar receipt to prep for tomorrow.
What's up, Scotty?
Hello, Scotty.
You know. Yes, I was just singing Blues Clues. You just got a letter. Wonder who it's from. Aaron walked out of the house. Me and Margo were sitting on the carport. Margo goes, where are you going? He said, get my backpack. And she and I in unison went, backpack, backpack, backpack. Yeah. I mean, she started laughing. She's like, we will quote anything. Damn right we will.
All right. Do you see it?
Oh, yeah. I remember. Now I remember.
Get it, Scotty. Get on it. Get it.
People. Sean said he used to love people as a kid. Now he
I'm with you, Sean. That's great.
98.1 the max.
I hate driving nowadays.
I know it was so much fun when we were teenagers.
Yeah, you didn't have crazy drivers who don't know how to drive. Back in the day, it was easy.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait, now that you say this out loud, were we the crazy dumb drivers?
No, we weren't. No, we were raised better by our parents. And they said no, you did it. You got knocked down. We were raised right back in the day.
Yeah, you're right. We knew how to merge. We knew how to let people over. We knew that if we were in the far left lane, that we couldn't turn right.
And we knew what a turn signal switch was.
Yes, sir.
Not me. I grew up driving on a gravel road. I didn't learn any of that until I was over 20.
Well, I grew up learning how to drive on a tractor. So,
You can drive pretty much anything then, can't you?
But I appreciate it. Love your station.
Thank you, buddy. We appreciate you.
Have a blessed day.
You too. Oh, damn. I love Fridays. It just piles up.
Yeah. So you remember that coffee house in Tupelo I was talking about? Did I tell you about that?
No.
Okay, we must have been telling Margo then. So there's this coffee house in Tupelo called Strange Brew Coffee House.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently they fired one of their employees because the girl ate a pastry and did not pay for it. And so she texted her, they texted her and said, "Hey, saw on the, the camera or whatever that you ate a pastry and was wondering how you paid for it." And the girl was like, "Oh, my bad. I forgot to. I was gonna and I just didn't. I'll pay for it when I come in today." They were like, "No, you don't have to worry about that because you're not coming in today. You're fired." And then it was a couple of real smart ass text messages. Well, the girl that got fired posted that text message and one from a couple of weeks ago where the owner was accusing one of the other employees for stealing money out of the tip jar. But the person that they were accusing was the only African American that worked there. And they did it with a bunch of emojis. And the girl posted that message too. So if you go to Strange Brew Coffee House's Facebook page, they're on blast like the auto shop with the pennies.
Oh my God. I bet. I bet. I mean, somebody asked me something the other day in a text message. I think it was Ditch. It was one of y'all. It was one of y'all. I was like, "I'm not putting that in writing. If you want to know, give me a call." No way, shape, or form is that going in writing.
Right.
That's just how, I mean, I'm not saying what they did, what they said was okay. I'm just saying, how dumb are you these days?
Right. You got to bear in mind text messages and everything's on camera. You just got to remember that. And it don't matter how much the world loves you. They love you until they hate you.
Exactly right.
That's why I think D-list celebrities have it made. Nobody really cares what they think.
Like Kathy Griffin or whatever her name is.
Right.
Hey, hang on one second. I'm going to record something.
Okay. We got 2 minutes.
I need you to be quiet, though.
$25 seconds.
We just teasing here? Why don't you give one and I'll give one?
Gonna play the phone call.
Damn it. I wanted to play a song after that. I just got the song too.
Won the Max.
What did you love as a child that you hate now as an adult?
901-535-9898.
I hate driving nowadays.
I know it was so much fun when we were teenagers.
Yeah, you didn't have crazy drivers who don't know how to drive. Back in the day, it was easy.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait, now that you say this out loud, were we the crazy dumb drivers?
No, we weren't. No, we were raised better by our parents, and they said no, you did it. You got knocked down. We were raised right back in the day.
Back in the day, we were raised right. We're not very good at raising. 901-535-9898. We're talking about things you loved as a kid, but hate as an adult. Here's the Black Crowes.
Just ruin my morning.
Corey ruins everything.
Yes. I look for an excuse whenever I can to play a good song.
So are you going to play this good song?
I can't because it was supposed to be played after that phone call, but you cut the whole thing off anyway. So whatever. Because you had to tell me about some stupid story about a Huddle House in Detroit.
What are you talking about? Well, what song were you going to play? You at least tell me.
It's in Imaging, but you're going to have to mute yourself to listen to it. Good morning, Joy. It is Friday, bitches. That one.
Yep, that would have worked great, except I cut it off. I cut it off too early. It's also one of my favorite country songs.
Mine too. So how are we going to fit that back in there? You could just go back and say, I'd learned to drive. I didn't know how to drive.
Blah, 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 gravel roads, blah, blah.
Yeah. Because, it's just too good. Who doesn't want to hear that?
For speed in the car. Didn't do. Ooh. That's the tech sound.
Oh, okay, good. So I'm glad somebody texted us in because I thought of this too. I forgot.
Now back to Danny and Country Corey
It's still the best.
Love it, love it, love it.
Every morning.
on 98.1 The Max.
What did you love as a kid but hate as an adult?
Sugary cereal.
That's a good one. Although I'll still eat my Lucky Charms now. Don't mess with my Lucky
Oh, I
Charms.
used to love Fruity Pebbles, man. I used to be able to eat an entire box of Fruity Pebbles on one Saturday morning. And now I just can't. It just makes my stomach turn.
Cream of wheat. I used to eat that as a child, and I can't. Not even.
I still love cream of wheat. That stuff's delicious.
Something about oatmeal, like the texture of it. It's just I think of Oliver Twist and give me some more porridge.
It is porridge. That's exactly what it is, and that's okay. And when it was snowing a few weeks ago, man, I ate that stuff a lot. I ate it 2 or 3 times that week.
Roller skating.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Roller skating. Yeah.
We have on our text line work. I agree. Because I was thinking about, how you just beg your parents to let you set up a lemonade stand, make some money. I'm going to start a car washing service. I'm going to, I want to go to work. I don't want to go to school.
Yeah, about that. 901-535-9898. I think I was talking about uh, driving earlier, and I used to love to drive. I drive everywhere all the time, and now not so much. I just dread it.
Well, were we the bad drivers and then became adults? Because some people just, I don't understand how if you're in the left-hand lane all the way, if there's 3 lanes and you're in the far left, you're just going to stop popular traffic at Ridgeway and wait to get over so you can take the right-hand turn you weren't prepared to take. Whereas when we were kids, we learned if that happens, you go down the block until you can get over to the right lane and you're going to have to circle the block. It's your problem, not everybody else's.
Thank you.
Is that how you learned?
I grew up driving on a gravel road. I didn't even know there were rules to the road until I was probably 20. Nine zero 9898. Some other ideas that have come through. Growing up, couldn't wait to grow up as a kid.
Yep.
Not so much now.
Funny how that works. You hear it your whole life and you're like, oh yeah, whatever. When I'm an adult, no, you're not. You're gonna drink too much and suffer when you wake up the next morning and go, why did I do that again?
I can add on Mad Dog 2020. Man, when I was 21, I thought I was doing something.
Yeah.
Now 45 and Mad Dog 2020 never even comes to my house.
Sean Dorsey wrote in people. That might be my favorite today, Sean.
I'm just going to go ahead and say that Sean wins.
It covers everything.
All right. Are we ready for the morning wood?
Yes. Which Morning Wood headline is the actual headline for today? Would a Major League Baseball team sign a 15-year-old pitching phenom?
Phenom. Yeah.
I don't like those words with the O's because I'm going phenomenal and it's not there.
And would a new computer run on Steam to reduce your carbon footprint?
Or would Nashville strip clubs offer lifetime VIP memberships for vaccinated Tennesseans? Ooh. You know, you can sign up today for your vaccine, boy.
901-535-9898. Which Morning Wood headline is the real headline? All right, there we go.
Hey, the laptop saved me. My computer decided to restart in the middle of that. It just all shut down.
Traffic working for us.
Wow. I was wondering why you're writing notes.
I was like, if you go to Morning Wood, I can't see it.
All right. 98.1 The Max. Who's this?
It's Chris.
Chris, which one of those Morning Wood headlines is the real headline?
I know it's not right, but I gotta say the Nashville one's got me hooked.
You don't think that's right, huh?
Who knows?
Let me ask you this, Chris. If you would go into Nashville strip club for a lifetime, you think you'd get Morning Wood every time you walked in the door?
Oh, you're damn right.
Well, you got Morning Wood right now, brother.
Woo!
Yeah.
Congratulations. That is true. Nashville strip clubs are going to offer lifetime VIP memberships for vaccinated Tennesseans. Congratulations. You're also going to the movies, Chris.
Awesome.
Hey, Chris, what day is it?
Sir, sorry?
What day is it?
It's Friday, bitches!
All right, hang on 1 second.
Wow, that was brutal.
Can't you just delete his half?
The Vox Pro said something about unable to save recording at the end of it, so we're gonna have to do another one. 98.1 The Max. Who's this?
Hey, it's Dustin.
Hang on 1 minute, bud.
Why would you think it would work when we're having a good show?
I don't know. I'm sorry. What was your name, buddy?
Rusty.
Rusty. Which one of those Morning Wood headlines is the real headline?
I'm gonna say number one.
Nah.
No, number one is incorrect, Rusty. Thank you, brother.
All righty.
All right, Mike.
Let's just leave it before I throw your computer out, since mine is shut down and yours over there and working. What is it saying? Screenshot it and send it to Bobby.
So you
How do I move it from this computer? Is this to this computer to another one?
What do you mean?
Never mind. I got it.
Just take a picture of it. Or log on to your email. Do whatever's not easy and very cumbersome.
For real. $20 seconds.
I'm about to lose my mind with everything shutting down.
Can you see it?
What?
The Morning Wood stuff.
Yes.
I'm just gonna resolicit.
No, why? We already got a winner.
I've got a phone call. I don't have it recorded.
That's fine. Let's just do the story.
Mornings on the Max with your Morning Wood.
Which Morning Wood headline is the actual headline for today?
Would a Major League Baseball team sign a 15-year-old pitching phenom?
Would a new computer run on Steam to reduce your carbon footprint?
Would Nashville strip clubs offer lifetime VIP membership for vaccinated Tennesseans?
It's got to be number 3 because it opened up the doors today for all of Shelby County. 16 and older, you can get your appointment for next week.
So billing themselves as Nashville's only strip clubs, The famous Deja Vu Showgirls, Larry Flint's Hustler Club, and Kings of Hustler Mail Review are offering a lifetime VIP membership to all three clubs for anyone that presents a valid COVID-19 vaccination card. This is about safety and normalcy, says Regional Director Michael Durham. When COVID is finally in our rear view, we will throw the biggest party this city's ever seen. So the question is, what will those lifetime VIP memberships get you? Lots of free admission. The promotion claims that guests who visit their clubs just once a week will meet over 10,000 totally nude showgirls during their lifetime. All adults until it's Tennessee, available April 5th. Memphis, we're doing it starting today.
It's pretty, why not?
Why not? Because they want people in there selling drinks. That's why.
Exactly. Exactly right.
They need butts in the seats and butts on stage and drinks in hands.
So what's even cooler is like in your wallet, you'll have your vaccination card sitting right next to your VIP strip club card.
Which is right next to your Visa.
But it is
And they've got an ATM.
yeah, which is near to the ATM. Now, I guess, does Nashville have different rules than we have about being nude? Because I know we have to at least wear pasties and swimsuits and stuff around here.
I am about to admit something that is reasonably embarrassing. Yes. I have never stopped in Nashville. My foot has never touched the ground on Nashville soil. When I've gone to Nashville, I drive right through every time. Never gone to the Bluebird Cafe. I've never done anything in Nashville.
Well, you're embarrassed and I'm jealous.
Why is that?
I don't even know what the Bluebird Cafe is, but I am not a Nashville fan. Not a Nashville fan.
Really?
Well, I don't know. Is there something there I'm supposed to go do? You're talking about
there's a Beale Street. There's a Beale Street in Nashville, right?
No.
I mean, it's every city's got one.
Called something else. I got you. I'm sure that's where you get. It's the bachelorette party capital of America.
Now that is the truth. I know several people that went to Nashville for their bachelorette party.
I've gone. I don't remember one thing about Nashville though. Ever. Anytime I've gone. No, I don't care to go. But I don't know. It's like New York City. I get it. Like there's some things you want to see, but it's a city. Wow.
Like a real one.
We got one of these in Memphis and one of these and one of these and one of these.
Turns out there's a Dunkin' Donuts everywhere.
Yeah. Then they build their buildings just like we do, just a little higher.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nashville's just gotten too crowded. It's just LA. It's the new LA.
It is. It's like redneck LA.
And if you ever wondered what happened to country music, go to Nashville.
Oh, it's true though. You're absolutely right. You can pretty much tell.
Rascal Flatts are the ones who started wearing leather pants and affliction jeans. No, it's very Nashville's lame-o.
Danny, not a fan of Nashville.
Well, I really don't care. It just reminds me of LA. It's like, really? Who do you think you're so cool? You are so cool.
Is there a big Nashville sign on a big hill? Because if there's not, there should be.
It says Nash Vegas.
Coming up just after 8:00. Hey, University of Memphis is doing pretty well in the NIT.
Don't they know some of us have to go to bed early? Jeez, right? My blood pressure was through the roof.
And all three Garys in the NBA got traded yesterday. Every single one of them. Those stories are coming up just after 8. All right, you want to go smoke?
Hold on, let me show you this real quick. I'm just over here recording stupid stuff. Like that last song. I'm getting real excited about it.
What?
I'm getting just real excited about it.
I love it when you get excited about it. Hey, I just saw this on Facebook. I wanted to tell you, why do birds sing in the morning? They don't have to go to work.
Oh, nice. Okay. Who is Gary? I just put in imaging.
Is that Gary on the kick drum?
Oh no,
Oh,
but I can. You want me to get that one too?
yeah, yeah.
I'm not really that kind of kick drum kind of scene. Kick drum kind of guy.
Gary. Who's Gary?
What's that from?
Weird Science.
Ah,
Gary, your son.
that's right, Gary.
Only pay for what you need with Liberty Mutual. I just said that.
I guess the best way to put it in words is just even that doesn't do it. That doesn't do it because that's just one person. And what I'm talking about is the pulse of the collective. Oh, heck. Let me just show you how it's done. Dad, how about a little percussion? Tap, tap, tapping, tap, tap, tapping, tap, tap, tapping, tap, tap, tap. Mom, hi-hat. Mom, excellent. And Gary, on the kick drum. Come. On the kick drum. Come. That's Gary. Come with the kick drum. Come with the kick drum. Gary, on the kick drum. Come. That's Gary on the kick drum. Go. And Gary, in the house. Come with the kick drum. Come.
I'm just not really the kick drum kind of guy. I'd rather be just a listener and enjoy all the banging that he's doing. And
You know, Gary, that's your prerogative. That's your right. So listen. Meantime, I gotta talk to Brooke about something. It's called the bass line. Excuse me.
It's just a classic movie, and people. I just think, especially dudes, don't give it a shot because you wouldn't think you'd like it. Why would you?
Oh, dude, I love it. It's hysterical.
It's so good.
Mom, hi-hat.
All right, I'm gonna go grab some water.
Okay,
Maybe.
I'm gonna go too.
And Gary, on the kick drum. Come. On the kick drum. Come. That's Gary. Come with the kick drum. Come with the kick drum. Gary, on the kick drum. Come. That's Gary on the kick drum. Go. And Gary, in the house. Come with the kick drum. Come.
I'm just not really the kick drum kind of guy. I'd rather be just a listener.
And Gary. Did we even fix that before we left?
Fix what?
The clock?
No.
Did it all run right?
Yeah, I fixed it.
All right, so I want you to put this in your head. Did you kind of feel like when we walked away that, oh no, we're about to hit a really slow hour?
I didn't feel that. Did you?
Yeah, I was like, oh no, we can't get in the 8 o'clock slump.
I didn't feel like the 7 o'clock hour was all that.
I mean, going by slow.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Okay. So,
If we're lucky, we'll go slow.
right. No. All right. So I want you to, I'm sitting there, my back turned to the rest of the kitchen. 2 girls are at the table. And Carl's kind of just walking around back and forth, getting whatever. And my back's, oh, they're getting in trouble. And I've got a waffle in the toaster. So they're kind of over there. I'm by myself. And I hear Josie say to Macy, do you want to wear these pants or these pants? Do you want to look like so-and-so or do you want to look like Claire? And I go, Claire? It's a family name. It's a fat girl's name. Thank you. You're welcome. I'm not fat. You're not fat at present, but I can see you're pushing maximum density. See, I don't know if you know this, but there's 2 kinds of fat people. Fat people that are born fat, and fat people that once thin, but became fat. And they just stare at me. And Macy then starts laughing and goes, how did you say that so fast? And then here comes Carl out of the laundry room giggling. He goes, and you can't remember history. You can rattle off a whole scene of a movie and you can't remember who the second president was.
I know who the second president was.
Who?
John Adams.
Yes. All right.
I love that show.
Oh, you got Kick Drum and Gary there. Good.
Yeah, that's my jam.
Josie hates when I bring it up, but she knew about 17, 18 different presidents when she was like 2.5. And I asked Carl once, because Willie knows all these tricks, some pretty ding dong good tricks. And I was like, I don't know. I don't remember. How did Willie learn all these tricks? He says, what do you mean you don't remember? Is when you were doing afternoons, I'd go to bed and you'd stay up drinking, getting drunk, teaching the dog how to do tricks all night.
That's why you don't remember it.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, why'd I stop? And he said, because you had Josie. So then you just stay up getting her to memorize or getting her to learn tricks by memorizing the presidents.
Damn.
And she doesn't remember one of them.
Oh, that's too bad.
But it was pretty funny to watch her. I'd be like, who had a peanut farm? And just that little kid voice. And she'd be like, not,
Whatever the answer is.
I can't, Jimmy Carter. And then she'd be like, we learned him as Little Bush and Big Bush. Oh, and the best was who became president? No. I don't remember what question I'd ask her, but she'd be Tricky Dick. Instead of Nixon taught her to say Tricky Dick.
Oh, you're that parent, huh?
Yes. Why do you have kids? It's for your entertainment.
That's true. I don't know. I get upset, man. You get on TikTok and these parents are making their kids cuss. It kind of bothers me.
Yeah, it's one thing if you just catch them accidentally.
But, a kid says bitch and everybody laughs hysterically over and over and over. What do you think that kid's going to say? And then they're going to say it at the wrong time. You're going to get all mad at them. I'll be like, no, you taught them to say that. Remember 2 weeks ago, you were laughing your ass off on TikTok? They didn't know it was a bad word. They thought it was a funny word. Anybody watching on Facebook?
2 people.
Wow. It's twice as many as on the radio. We have a meeting at 11, don't we?
Is it 11?
Yeah. Gotta get
Pile up Friday. What are we doing here?
Sports.
Oh man, that other thing has audio. I'll play it when if we get to that story.
The last one.
Yeah.
I've got the audio.
God, you rock. I'm so glad you clean up my messes.
I'm the janitor. What can you say?
You're listening to Danny and Country Corey on 98.1 The Max.
Feeling a little rough today, Corey.
Yeah.
Stayed up a little late watching those Tigers.
Yeah. You mean the Tigers that won?
Yes.
The very same?
Same ones. University of Memphis beat Boise State last night in the NIT 59-56, advancing to the NIT Final Four. They play tomorrow at 11 a.m.
Now, see, here's the interesting thing about that game is that free throws won them that game.
And that is so not Memphis.
Not at all. Remember when they choked because of free throws?
Yeah, that's like saying Alabama won by a kick, by a field goal. Doesn't happen ever.
Mississippi State is also advancing in the NIT after a win yesterday, and March Madness games continue today too.
Yeah, and the trade deadline was yesterday for the NBA. What was the hottest commodity for NBA, you think?
On the kick drum, come. On the kick drum, come. That's Gary. Come with the kick drum, come with the kick drum, Gary. On the kick drum, come. That's Gary on the kick drum, go. And Gary in the house, come with the kick drum, come.
I'm just not really the kick drum.
I think the hottest commodity in the NBA is Gary.
That is correct. All of them, all three were traded yesterday.
Gary Trent Jr. from the Portland Trailblazers was traded to the Toronto Raptors. Gary Harris of the Denver Nuggets traded to Orlando. Don't worry, the Nuggets got a Gary back in the same deal, though. Gary Clark of the Magic is headed to the Nuggets.
And Gary, to me, is not a name. It's not an unusual name. It's just not a popular name, I would think, this generation.
Right. Here's the weird thing about it. Gary Trent Jr. had just played for his 41st game of his third season when he was traded from the Trailblazers to the Raptors, right? In 1998, his dad, Gary Trent Sr., was also traded from the Trailblazers to the Raptors right after his 41st game of his third season. So the
history does repeat itself.
It does. The exact same moment in their career, they were traded from the same team to the same team.
So there's no mistaking that that's his son.
Right, I guess.
Not the mailman's. I thought this was a little cool, cute story. Imagine being a fan of a basketball player that you carried their collector card in your wallet since middle school. Then you end up on the NBA team with him.
Oh,
That's
cool.
what happened with Terrence Mann, who's in his second year with the Clippers. His idol, Rondo, is it Rajon Rondo?
Yeah.
Rajon Rondo just got picked up by the Clippers in a trade. Here's Terrence showing the card to SportsCenter.
I've had it since 7th grade, I think. So the story is somebody gave it to me, and then I had made the A team for my travel team. They gave it to me that day, and I made the A team, and I was like, man, it got to be because of this card. So I kept the card, and I just kept getting better and better at basketball. I'm like, oh, it's because of this card. I'm going to the NBA, definitely. Had it in my wallet ever since. It's like good luck charm. Just having him on the same team as me, which is crazy that I'm actually going to be teammates with him.
Athletes are awfully superstitious, aren't they?
They seem to be.
And he kept that card in his wallet, and he made the team. He's like, oh, it's because of the card. Definitely. Of course, he's in the AB. I mean, can't argue with results, but
I just find it odd that you'd be trying out with a wallet in your pocket.
I don't imagine that he actually had it on him at the time, but I don't know, he might have.
Who would be your, what do you call it? Collector card in your wallet?
Ooh, that's a good one. Probably somebody nobody's ever heard of. There used to be a disc jockey in the 80s in Washington, D.C. named Marty McFly. And I just thought he was hysterical. I just thought he was hysterical. So, yeah, that would be the one. I know, it's cheesy, stupid. Why are you looking at me like that?
I don't know. You always wanted to be a DJ, didn't you?
I did. I was a little kid, man. My mom took me to a radio station and she put me in the studio. She was a salesperson and she was doing some paperwork. And I wandered into the studio and hung out in there for about a half hour and just thought it was magic. In Oxford, Mississippi, WOXD.
Wow. Just play the hits here, buddy. Coming up next, we got this. Stay right with there.
From the racks and stacks of the best on wax.
It's 8:15, quarter after 8. You got 45 minutes till 9.
Oh, all right. Coming up here in a few minutes, this guy named Eric and his wife Katie were role playing handyman and lonely housewife when he got his junk stuck in a door.
Have you ever had a sex injury? 535-9898.
There it is. We got that one right. Love it when we start a break and it just goes somewhere completely different.
Exactly what we're not supposed to do.
I don't know. Are we not supposed to?
No.
It's bunching up.
How does Krista not have access to the commercial log? Where is the commercial log? Where can I find it?
In a folder. Tell me what you need.
Today's commercial log and Monday's commercial log when it's ready. Because Courtney's out. Courtney usually puts it up in Teams at the end of the day, but she's off.
Well, how is Monday's commercial log going to be available right now?
It's not.
Okay. So you need today's.
I need today's for now, and then Monday morning I'll need Monday's.
What do you need me to look at?
What time the FanDuel spot this afternoon is? I'm pretty sure I missed it yesterday. It's a live ad. I mean, I could do that, but I thought it would be easier to look at the log. I mean, there it is right there, 3:15. Okay, great. That made me look stupid. Thanks.
Anytime, buddy. That's what I'm here for. Do you have the audio for these people?
Yes.
If you don't, I mean, I'm just saying I got it.
You've got it already?
I mean, kind of. I know where to find it.
Me too. I'm already going that way.
Oh, that's where that sound's coming from.
Yep, you found it.
I thought I'd closed all my... I've got 3 different possibilities to hear the ding on the email. I had one of those 3 open.
All right, I can't find that audio from you. Was it from yesterday?
Mm-hmm. Wait, what's the story?
What do you mean?
Okay. I got it. Come on the kick drum. Gary, come. Oh.
you get it?
I mean, this is what I have to do for every piece of audio every day. Convert, yes. Rename, yes. Upload, yes. Download, yes. Refresh, yes. Move over, yes. Done, yes. It's there. Come on the kick drum.
Crap. Food. Fixing to get sick.
I'll let you know when it's clear and give you a shout out. Period. So this teacher, Freedom Prep Academy, they came in, these students, and kind of interned for a week, and I went to their school with Lou, and I'm still in contact with a few of them, but the teacher moved to Georgia, and he just wrote, "Good morning, hope all is well. I'm listening to you live in my classroom in Georgia." And I wrote back, "Oh no, we're about to be real dirty. You may want to change it for a minute. I'll let you know when it's clear, and I'll give you a shout out."
He probably appreciates that heads up.
Uh-huh.
Funny. He shouldn't have told him.
No.
Should have just let him find out the hard way. 10 seconds.
Thanks, Patricia.
You're listening to Danny and Country Corey.
Keep on smiling through rain.
On 98.1 The Max.
I've heard of junk in the trunk, but have you ever heard of junk in the door?
I have now. There's a guy named Eric and his wife Katie were role playing handyman and lonely housewife when they came up with a great idea. They'd have the handyman remove a doorknob and they would do it through the door.
Glory hole.
I mean, but he got his junk stuck. Very quick. He was in so much pain that they had to call 911. Paramedics couldn't get him free, so they had to saw off the part of the door that Eric was somewhat attached to, and he went to the ER with a little square piece of wood around his junk.
Putting a square peg in a round hole. Something like that.
I mean, think about the size of a hole of a doorknob.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
This guy's impressive. He may want to have a new career.
Making everybody else look bad.
Right. OnlyFans, man. Make millions.
I fell off the bed one time.
You did?
Yeah. I'll tell you about that in a minute. First, let's hear their story.
I was sanding down the door, putting the hinges on, and I had to cut a really small hole because, of course, Katie has to have a vintage doorknob. I had an amazing idea. At the time, I thought it was a stroke of genius, and she loves when I'm really goofy.
I was surprised by how turned on I was. I got so excited that I just said we should have sex right now through this door. Eric took so much of the ED medication that it caused extra swelling to happen.
Oops.
Antique doorknob, so it's a smaller hole, and I'm calling BS on the whole thing. Those two just sound like they just staged it.
Still a great story.
Totally great story. I don't care if they staged it or not.
Right? 901-535-9898. I fell off. It's not very exciting. I just fell off the bed.
Did you get hurt?
No, I didn't get hurt. I just fell off. It's at the bottom. It was fun.
Were you drunk?
Yeah.
Oh, I bet she was so turned on.
Well, it was, I can't really give the details because it's filthy, but I just fell off. Let's say it was in transition and I fell off.
I wish I could have seen that. Would you just get back up and act like it didn't happen, or did it end?
No, I got up and act like it didn't happen. I mean, you got to keep moving in that situation. You can't let things get cold.
901-535-9898. Give us a call or on a Rick's Powder Coating text line in case you're a little more couth or embarrassed and don't want to just put it all out there like Corey.
Don't be embarrassed. Own it. This is your life. This is your story, and we're trying to help you share it.
I'm just kidding. I'm sure everybody's fallen off.
Maybe at least once. 901-535-9898. 98.1 the max.
Yeah, I was going to give a sex story.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, when me and my wife started dating years ago, you know how you have sex just nonstop all the time. Well, she was so sore that she had to put what she thought Neosporin. Wow. And it's the worst pain ever. I mean, she was crying for days. She did worse damage putting it on there than she did. And I'm like, what made you think you could do that and it would be feeling better? And she said, well, I mean, you put it on cuts that, or blisters or whatever. So I figured, why not that? So anyway, it was the most painful thing she ever endured.
Poor thing. Poor thing.
So now we know, do not put Neosporin on the vagina.
Right.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you. Have a great day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thanks.
How to embarrass Danny live on the radio.
Wait, what?
How to embarrass Danny live on the radio.
With that story?
Yeah.
Why is that story embarrassing?
I don't know. That's embarrassing. It's just, I can't believe people call a radio station and just give that information. I mean, I would sit around and tell my friends.
Well, that's what we're doing, right?
Well, and you know what? It should be the opposite. Friends you got to see on Monday. Strangers you don't.
Right?
Who cares?
We're leaving in vagina or taking it out?
I don't care either way. It's the technical term, right?
As long as we don't get fired for it, I'm okay with it.
Why would I get fired for saying that? Okay, now just take it out. Now you got me over here. What?
All right. All right, we have an emergency situation with Winnie.
No.
who appears to have stepped on a nail.
Oh no.
I bet it's a roofing nail.
I bet you're right.
Now back to Danny and Country Corey. I don't understand. She's like, what do I do? I'm like, try to get it out. She's like, I've tried. Well, keep trying. I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's.
I mean, it sucks, but you got to get it out, right?
I wouldn't get it out.
Do dogs need tetanus shots?
I think so. I don't know. Oh, we were going through that last night. I'm trying to cook this massive amount of spaghetti. Willie's at my feet begging for food in a wheelchair. The puppy's bothering him. Macy wants me to try and figure out how to put a cotton candy machine together. Josie's trying to help make me get a password on an iPad. And Carl runs in and is like, he took a what do you call it, saw, a reciprocating saw, and went into his leg. Pretty much needs stitches. I'm like, if somebody could video this right now, the last 7 minutes of my life, they would think that, how does she keep her brain together?
You don't.
You don't.
Wow. So he cut his leg last night. Did you have to go to the emergency room?
He just said we don't have time for that. So we tried to butterfly it up with some bandages, and
he got the needle and thread and sewed it himself. Carl's a man's man. A man's man.
I was on top and bucked myself off my man and clear off the side of the bed. I just jumped up and said, I'm good, and climbed back on like nothing happened.
It reminds me of that Snoop Dogg song.
What are we doing here?
Doing this phone call or that, but not both.
Okay. What Snoop Dogg song?
Oh, it's filthy. When I raise her up off the.
You're listening to Danny and Country Corey on 98.1 The Max.
Unfortunate mishaps or injuries while doing the deed.
901-535-9898. Guy named Eric and his wife Katie, he got his junk stuck in the door because they were trying to use a hole in the door, like a glory hole. I don't even know how that's even possible.
You don't need glory holes when you are married.
I know, right?
Just let you know.
901-535-9898.
Yeah, when me and my wife started dating years ago, you know how you have sex just nonstop all the time. Well, she was so sore that she had to put what she thought Neosporin, and it's the worst pain ever. I mean, she was crying for days. She did worse damage putting it on there than she did. And I'm like, what made you think you could do that and it would be feeling better? And she said, well, I mean, you put it on cuts that, you know, or blisters or whatever. So I figured, why not that? So anyway, it was the most painful thing she ever endured.
I didn't know you couldn't use Neosporin down there.
Me neither. I do now.
I didn't know you couldn't use Neosporin south of the border.
Well, now I know why. Now I know why Emily looks like she's always riding a horse, or if she's been riding a horse, walking around with those bow legs. Emily, slow it down, girl.
901-535-9898. How were you injured during sex? Filthy. Never happened to you, huh? Or you just have a great story you haven't told yet? 98.1, the max.
Yeah, when my wife and I first started dating, roughly a month after, my shoulder had ended up popping out because we were trying to do this weird position. So after the first 3 days of not 3 days, after the first few months of being with her, she goes in there, take her, having to take her to the hospital, and then, having to get the pump back in and everything.
So she basically dislocated your shoulder?
Yeah.
Damn.
I gotta know, is it called do y'all call it now? You want to do the shoulder position or what?
Shoot, probably.
All right, thank you, buddy. Have a great day.
You do, yeah.
What is the deal with so much damn background?
Got another song coming your way for after the text. How much time I got?
2 minutes, 11 seconds. 8 seconds.
I mean, it's just another good one that you just, take your chance when you can. Just go, yes, I can.
I do.
When you feel it, man.
It's true.
Since we've been trucking this morning.
Let me know when it's ready.
It's ready.
You're on a country music kick this morning, are you?
I am. If it's good, it's good, man. It's the way I LIVIN. How you want to do this?
Do phone call, text, song.
Yep. And then see if we get another one. If not, we'll find something for 55.
Yep. That's what I was thinking.
Say it again. Say the order again.
Phone call, text, song. I just remembered.
Now back to Danny and Country Corey.
You're the best friends anybody ever had.
98.1 The Max.
This couple thought it'd be cute and just really sexy to have the man put his junk through a doorknob hole and have the deed done, but it ended up getting stuck and he had to saw off part of the door and go to the emergency room. So we are discussing sexual encounters that involved injuries. And I think, Corey, right before we turned the mics hot, you went, oh,
I remember.
yeah.
I remembered a buddy of mine got electrocuted.
Were
they knocked over the lamp like Deering, and then right after, when he got up, he stepped on it, and somehow or another ended up getting electrocuted when he stepped on it.
Oh my God. Oh no.
Zappo 901-535-9898.
Yeah, when my wife and I first started dating, roughly a month after, my shoulder had ended up popping out because we were trying to do this weird position. So after the first 3 days of not 3 days, after the first few months of being with her, it was really embarrassing her having to take me to the hospital, and then having to get it popped back in and everything.
So she basically dislocated your shoulder?
Yeah.
Damn.
I gotta know, is it called, do y'all call it now, you want to do the shoulder position or what?
Probably.
Thank you, brother. We appreciate you.
We got 2 on our Rick's Powder Coating text line. When I first started dating my wife, we were teenagers on a twin size bed, and they're made for, they aren't made for 2 people.
Nope.
So the bed broke. I was on bottom and got a piece of wood bed frame stabbed in my ass cheek.
Oh, no.
I was impaled.
By my girlfriend.
Cindy says, I've had a mishap as well. I was on top and bucked. Girl was getting it. She used the word bucked. I was on top and bucked myself off my man and clear off the side of the bed. I just jumped up and said, I'm good. Climbed back on like nothing happened.
'Cause I saddle up my horse and I ride
into bucking bronco. Let's see. Is there anything else on the text line?
Well, we did have somebody, Roach was asking about what we thought earlier. How big was this junk to be stuck in a doorknob? Well, Roach, just so to help you with your confidence in your manhood, apparently, the dude explains, because we had the same question. The dude explains that she wanted some antique doorknob, so the hole was not nearly as big as the doorknobs we are used to.
Like microscopic.
Mm-hmm. Microscope.
901-535-9898. Coming up after 8 o'clock, we're going to replay the interview we did with Dr. Threkheld yesterday about who should get a vaccine. And really, we just went into it and asking the basic questions. Are there side effects and that sort of thing?
Yeah, it's coming up right after 9 o'clock. So if you missed it yesterday and you are still just a little nervous or have some questions about the vaccine, this Dr. Stephen Threkheld, you know him from TV. He's been on every day since the pandemic started. He just puts it in our terms, layman's terms, makes it easy to understand, what's going on. So make sure you check that out.
That's coming up at about 9:25. Cool. 98.1 The Max.
Hey, good morning. Got an awesome story to tell you guys.
Winding it down for your Friday?
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, well, I was working as a paramedic in Connecticut while I was in college, and we were dispatched to a industrial type setting to a gentleman that was in obvious distress, and he was guarding his nether regions. Well, I had, I guess, asked him to open up and examine him, and he would, I guess, pleasure himself by placing his parts on a conveyor belt and letting the conveyor belt sort of rub underneath, you know.
And do all the work.
Anybody who knows what a conveyor belt does, eventually there's a metal, I guess, clasp that actually connects the belt together. And it came up underneath and it grabbed his scrotum and ripped it apart. And when it did, it removed one of his testicles. So that's really not the worst part. He had tried to hide it by stapling his scrotum together.
Oh my God!
With basically an office stapler. So not only did he lose a testicle, he had to have about 28 stitches to get everything sewed back together, and then explain to his coworkers and his wife and whatnot how he did that. So that's pretty awful.
That is the worst. That is the worst. Oh,
exactly.
Thank you for calling, man.
Hey, no worries. You guys have a great day.
How do we get these calls?
But then they switched from the swing line to the Boston stapler, but I kept my swing line stapler because it didn't bind up as much, and I kept the staples for the swing line stapler.
Okay, Milton.
And oh no, it's not okay, because if they make me my stapler, then I'll set the building on fire.
Okay, well that sounds great. I'll talk to you later. All right, bye.
Or would you rather me go John Adams?
I don't understand John Adams.
Bay of Pigs.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Is it funnier that I can relate to movie quotes, or that if I knew history? Come on.
I like the movie quotes. If you rather me go John Adams. What? I don't even know. I can't even follow that line of thinking. Meanwhile, my dog is bleeding to death.
No, I know. Well, let's get on the air and ask what she's supposed to do for that one. I bet you want to talk about getting some phone calls. Because I'd run to the vet because I'm just.
Yeah, well, at least your name isn't Michael Bolton.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Did you see the email from yesterday?
Nothing wrong with it.
No, but what was weird was you and Morgan both texted me. I think I figured out Morgan's email. But I couldn't figure out your email. What email? What email? Why did I say it like that?
I sent you an interview confirmation for Monday. Do you remember the guy that played the next door neighbor in Office Space?
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, we talked about that. Okay.
Yeah, we got that interview Monday.
Okay.
I was very excited about it.
Well, that's even funnier that we're playing this. I thought there was a better. Isn't it better than that?
Better than what?
I mean, isn't there a better scene than that?
For the stapler?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. So you want me just to play that, or you want me to get it over in a hot
key? You can just play it if you want.
But then they switched from the swing line to the Boston stapler, but I kept my swing line stapler because.
How long is that clip?
23 seconds.
All right. Can you cut it to about 15?
I mean, I guess. I can do just about anything.
I know. You're a Dan of all trades.
But then they switched from the swing line to the Boston stapler, but I kept my swing line stapler because it didn't bind up as much, and I kept the staples for the swing line stapler.
Okay, Milton.
And oh no, it's not okay, because if they take my stapler, then I'll set the building on fire.
Okay, well that sounds on
fire.
Perfect.
15.5.
and I kept the staples for the swing line stapler. If they take my stapler, then I'll set the building on fire.
God, I cannot believe the stories we're getting. God. And just when I think a topic's done, somebody calls in and says, "No, Corey."
Do we need to edit that Threckeld?
What do you mean edit it?
Because I mean, just all through it, we're saying that you can get the vaccine tomorrow or sign up tomorrow.
Well, I mean, we said that it originally aired yesterday. But if you want me to run through and edit it, I can do that. It's not a problem.
Or I can. I'm not gonna try to put any more work. I'm not trying to put work on you.
Yes, you are.
I don't know if you want to wait this long, but since we are talking to, I don't know.
What were you going to say?
About you asking about the dog on the air. I don't think that's a bad idea.
Oh, we got to play this call first.
Well, no, definitely.
You just want to drop the music news for the interview in at 9:10 and then do this at 9:20? Give it 2 breaks about the dog?
Because then we're going to go into Ross about the dogs.
Right? I'm going to have to call her after this break. So if we're going to air that interview at 9:10, yeah, you'll probably need to jump on it. I've already got it.
Loaded?
I've already got it in the system. And I edited the ends.
What do you think we should do? Just introduce it as we aired this yesterday. So
yeah,
vaccine. Okay. And then just come out of it the same way.
Yep. I believe that to be a pretty good idea.
But I don't know.
Hold up.
Okay.
It's Danny and Country Corey on 98.1 The Max.
Apparently, a lot of people have injuries while having sex. 535-9898.
Hey, good morning. Got an awesome story to tell you guys.
Winding it down for your Friday.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, well, I was working as a paramedic in Connecticut while I was in college, and we were dispatched to a industrial type setting to a gentleman that was in obvious distress, and he was guarding his nether regions. Well, I had, I guess, asked him to open up and examine him, and he would, I guess, pleasure himself by placing his parts on a conveyor belt and letting the conveyor belt sort of rub underneath, you know.
Do all the work.
Anybody who knows what a conveyor belt does, eventually there's a metal, I guess, clasp that actually connects the belt together. And it came up underneath and it grabbed his scrotum and ripped it apart. And when it did, it removed one of his testicles. Well, that's really not the worst part. He had tried to hide it by stapling his scrotum together.
Oh my God!
With basically an office stapler. So not only did he lose a testicle, he had to have about 28 stitches to get everything sewed back together, and then explain to his coworkers and his wife and whatnot how he did that. So that's pretty awful.
That is the worst. That is the worst.
Exactly.
Thank you for calling, man.
Hey, no worries. You guys have a great day.
But then they switched from the swing line to the Boston stapler, but I kept my swing line stapler because it didn't bind up as much, and I kept the staples for the swing line stapler. If they take my stapler, then I'll have to put the building on fire.
What are we doing?
Milton,
what are we doing on a conveyor belt?
I don't know.
Man. Wow, that is.
And I'm always just worried that my dead friends can see me. And I'm not doing anything, out of line.
I know. Imagine if you were doing stuff like that.
Right. Like I'm doing everything naturally, and I'm afraid dead people can see me. People are putting their junk on conveyor belts.
Wow, what a maroon. Goodness gracious.
Y'all are great. I love you so much for calling in. You have the best stories. Please keep coming each day and every day.
The best. Coming up just after 9 o'clock, we'll replay the interview we did yesterday with Dr. Threkheld, and he'll talk about the vaccine and all that. You can sign up for your vaccines today. And so we'll answer some basic questions about said vaccine. Okay.
How long was that interview?
$11 minutes.
Jesus.
All right, give me a couple minutes. I got to call Mark.
Yeah, go do your thing, man.
The team at Southland Casino Racing wants you to know that we've missed you. But now we're on the floor and ready to welcome you back.
We've reopened the sports book,
Spaced out our slots and table games,
And have our cooks back in the kitchen.
Are things completely back to normal? No.
But being only 7 minutes from downtown Memphis makes us a lot closer to normal than anywhere else. We're Southland Casino.
We're Southland Casino.
We're Southland Casino.
Must be 21 plus. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
Hang on. All right, let me call you right back.
No. You can talk to her. No, it's fine.
Okay.
You just let the pot up. You let the pot up, and I didn't want a song to play.
Oh, okay.
Did you turned it off, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that was it. I was worried a song would play.
I'll be home as quick as I can get there. Yeah, it'd probably be sometime between 10:30 and 11. And see if she can email you the paperwork or something that you need so we can have it ready to go because I'll have to be home by 11. I mean, it's just a question. I mean, it's not a big deal. Okay. Love you. Bye. All right. Let's look at this. Perfect.
So how are we doing? How's the dog? What's going on?
And I'm more worried about Margot than I am the dog.
Why?
Because she just
freaking out.
She just seems to be completely paralyzed by this.
I would be. It's so weird you say that, man. What a good topic.
Write it down. We'll need them next week.
I was telling Carl last night. I mean, just how much I appreciate him. I can't.
Oh, you were telling him how much you appreciate him?
Yeah, I mean,
oh,
the way he's handling Willie. I mean, like, talk about paralyzed. Yeah, I mean, I can't do it. I cannot do it. I can't. And we got to laughing. He was like, it's like I don't know if your motherhood turned, I don't know, but I could take care of the babies and he couldn't handle it. He could not handle the babies. He's fine with kids, but the babies were freaking him out.
Right.
Really, I just look at him and I'm like, I'm in a total panic. Cannot do it. Can't do it.
I feel you.
So what is she going to do? Just
wait for me to get home because there's nobody there. There's no vehicle there.
How is the dog? What is she doing with the dog right now?
She got her in the kennel, so she won't be walking around on it. So, I mean, other than just grab that submitch and yank like hell, I don't know what else to do. Grab a pair of pliers and hold her leg. I don't know. And what happens? I mean, I don't know. So we'll have to go drop $1,000 at a vet because the vets don't let you come in there for less than $1,000. All right, you got that interview the way you want it?
No, I didn't do anything to it. I thought we agreed not to.
All right. All right.
Oh, I didn't even pay attention to the clock. Are we good?
I mean, this interview will wrap up at 18. Do you want to talk in front of it or no? You want to intro it as this happened yesterday?
Yeah, I didn't look at this though. I mean, were we all on time? And oh, you cleared it out. Okay, cool. How does the interview start?
With a sweeper?
Well, if it already makes sense and just roll through it. The only thing I was worried about was that it was only 30 minutes that played yesterday. You know what I mean? 30 minutes earlier yesterday. It's no big deal. Moving forward, let me get this knocked out with you too. Do you need anything else from Rich? I got. All right, No, I don't like it. You're listening to. It's time for Who Dat Baby Be. With Danny and Country Corey. Mornings on the Max. That sound all right?
That's for when we're doing it.
Yeah. You want Danny and Country Corey?
Yeah, we don't have to say mornings on the Max or whatever.
Are you just sitting there worried?
I'm reading that text. I'm not worried. It's not a big deal. I'll have to clean the car.
Specialized.
Huh?
I'll have to clean the car out today. Because when he gets car sick, so taking her to the vet is going to be a fun affair.
Right? Last month, I went to an ear, nose, and throat doctor. Last week, I went to an arch of the foot, small of the back, nape of the neck doctor. I have fallen arches, my small's too big, and I have a trick nape. It's weird. In the human world, there's a doctor for every body part, but in the animal world, a veterinarian takes care of all animals and all their parts. It's got to be the hardest job in the world. Where are the bighorn sheep knee doctors? The wildebeest gastroenterologists. The giraffe throat, and throat doctors.
I like his attitude.
We actually put in the genetic information to.
Is there a delay or are you recording me?
Neither. Oh, I turned on the Facebook Live for a second.
God, that's loud.
I turned it off though.
All right. So does it look like we have 2 sweet deals? Is that what I'm seeing?
I don't know anything about it. I don't have anything about a sweet deal. I've got the Sweet Deals Goodwill copy.
Teacher said he's been listening the whole time, and it was hilarious.
Sorry, kiddos. Yeah. So we cutting a Sweet Deal promo?
You got enough to do. Let me see. I've got this stuff I got to send to Rich anyway, so I might as well just knock it out. I'm gonna ask and call Rachel. I'm gonna go grab some coffee and call Rachel real quick. Why is my headache returning now? Ow. Yo. Worst injuries while having sex. Guys call it sex. From Malco, just because we're giving the Malco away already, aren't we? Oh yeah, no. Okay, cool. Let's do that then. I gotta run. Yep. No, you're good. Okay, bye. Well, I'm glad I called.
What was that?
I didn't see your email that Brian Regan has been canceled. Okay, so we don't need that promo.
Yes, we're not doing that contest next week, are we?
She just asked if we would do it, if we wanted to still do it. I said yes, and she's gonna put sweet deals in there. Are you cool with that?
I don't care. I think that contest will be fun.
I do too.
Man, took a live phone call today. I know, man. We were talking about it, and the phones were ringing, and usually we don't do that 40 break. So I was like, I'm just gonna chance it. It worked out. It's good.
It did.
We got that dump button. I ain't got no problem with taking live phone calls, except for the echo. And we'll have to take 10 seconds to tell them to turn the radio down or roll the window up. You know what I mean?
Right.
Maybe if we do that a few hundred times, they'll get a call screener to work from home. Email. Email. Ducka do, ducka day. Ducka dee do, ducka do. Whoa.
Right? You just sent me some on Teams?
Oh, I'm just putting stuff up there for later.
Okay, we going into the dog here?
Yeah.
Okay. No. Okay, delete that promo.
Was on my way home yesterday. Margaret called me and asked me if I'd stop at Kroger. And I'm like, for what? And she said, a salad. I said, I got to stop at Kroger for one salad. She's like, fine, I'll just get somebody else to go. And she hung up on me. And I got home and I'm like, why are you going to hang up on somebody? It's like, I was mad. I was mad at you. You're being ridiculous. I'm like, I'm ridiculous. I didn't want to go to Kroger for one thing.
Could she not go?
No. She can't drive.
Oh, because of
the seizures and stuff.
That's right.
Yeah,
I forgot about. Oh my God, I forgot about. She's like a prisoner.
Yep. My prisoner. What audio do you think he'll use?
For
11 o'clock.
I don't know. Hopefully just that 11-minute thing so he can tell us it's too long and that's it.
Do we have questions for the guy? May call you on the way home. "15 seconds.
Won the max.
Dog days of summer, or in our case, spring.
Oh, Lord.
I have been to the vet a few times for both dogs in the last 2 weeks. Incredibly high bill piling up. Now, Country Corey, you got a text or a call while we were doing the show. What happened?
My wife, Margot, texted me and said, "We have an emergency situation with Winnie," which is our German Shepherd. "She stepped on a branch. It's stuck in her foot. Noah thinks it's a nail. She won't let anyone near it to pull it out. It's definitely a nail. What do I do?" And then the text message continues. Which I told her, pull it out, obviously. And she can't, and stuck there. More
Okay,
she walks,
she can't,
further
or she
goes
won't?
in. As she, according to her, she can't. She's tried. Noah's tried. Even Avery tried before she went to school. And nobody can get the nail out of the dog's foot. Now, I had a roof put on last week, so I can imagine where the nail came from.
It ain't the last one.
But apparently nobody can get the nail out. So we're going to have to
So
figure it out one way or the other.
they're waiting for the man of the house to get home and yank that thing out.
I do believe that's what they're waiting for.
You only got about 35 minutes so you can leave. So
my question is, where are they going to find one? A man
of the house?
Yeah.
They're just going to rent you.
I mean, so do I need to grab? I mean, am I going to have to get a pair of pliers?
I would assume. Now, he's not bleeding to death, is he?
I don't know. I haven't asked about the amount of blood. I would imagine that when you pull it out, there's going to be some blood, though. Even if there's limited blood now, when you pull it out, it's going to look like you got an artery. And that may be why she should go to the vet for this, just in case, that nail is on a vein or something. I don't know. I've never had a dog step on a nail.
So are you going to just like look at it, check it out, and then once you could possibly get there and go, all right, we're going to the vet, or are you just against going to the vet?
I don't know. I don't know yet. I mean, I really don't like the idea of going to the vet because vets are expensive. And they don't let you walk out of there for less than $1,000. I mean, you go in for shots, they get $1,000 out of you. So I'm not really sure what to do yet. I guess I'll just have to survey the situation. And then after I've made my assessment, I will then decide using the most current information possible.
If we have a vet out there, someone that works at a veterinarian office or may just know, would it be bad to go ahead and pull the nail out? Because I understand that humans and dogs are different, but my brother stepped on a nail as well as tripped and his nail went through his hand, and we pulled them both out and then went to the doctor. But, they say not to do that because you could just do something damage on the way out. But I don't know that you just take it out the way it went in, right?
That's kind of, I'm not going to push it the rest of the way through.
901-535-9898. We need a little help with this. Are we supposed to just leave it in there and take them? Don't you like how I've put myself in this problem too?
I know you're there. You're right there with me. Would you just go ahead and handle it for me, Dano?
No, it's not just because I've been to the vet and paid a lot of bills lately for the vet does not mean I'm a pro at the vet.
But look, if you'll take my dog and your credit card, we'll be fine.
That ain't happening.
That guy had a long fuse on it, didn't he?
Yeah, I had to make sure I was thinking that properly and not backwards.
901-535-9898. 98.1, the max.
Hey man, about the dog with the nail.
Yeah.
I've had to sew my dogs up and my friends' dogs up quite a few times. I can walk you through how to handle that.
You can walk me through it?
I can talk you through it.
Okay, so what?
Just tell you how to do it, and you'll understand. And you follow my directions, and the dog will not only let you do it, be happy that you did it.
How about that?
I sewed a dog up. I sewed a Doberman up with 2 other dogs sitting there watching me one time. I had to put like 8 stitches in her head.
Wow.
She let me do it. No medication, no nothing, just because of the way I approached the situation.
And how do you approach it?
What first you do is you don't try to touch the foot. You take her to one of her favorite places. It's a female dog, right?
Right.
Right. You take her to one of her favorite places, a comfortable place on the floor. You lay her down and pet her head. And if your wife or whoever is the most friendly, the dog likes the most, gets the head.
Right.
But one person can do it if you have to.
So you're saying I'm a pet her and love on her, and then my wife comes up from behind and
love on her and hold her head and talk to her and tell her what you're going to do, because they understand your tone, not necessarily the words.
Right.
And I have to do this, so I'm going to do it, but I need you to understand that. And they're going to understand that you're trying to help them. You've got to establish that you're not trying to to increase the pain.
Right.
And dogs are very, they read the emotion.
Yeah, intuitive.
They feel that very much. And so, and all the pheromones coming off you. If you're scared to touch the thing to try and get it, like your wife probably is, then the dog senses that pheromones from your fear. You have to not be afraid. You have to be projecting, intentionally projecting comfort to the dog. I'm trying to help you, and you produce a different pheromones, and they see that they read those.
Right.
So anyway, you set the dog down. You love the dog. You get a piece of Velcro, like a belt or a strap or whatever, and just gently around the nose so that the dog can't bite you, so that you're not afraid of the dog biting you.
Right.
Suddenly.
Right.
Because it can happen. And once you've done all of these things and you've got the dog set down, then you go ahead and pull the foot up so that where the dog can see what you're doing, and gently pull the nail out. Have a rag or a towel there to wrap the foot up if it starts bleeding.
Right.
Most likely it won't. Now, there's a lot of like fake skin, spray-on skin things and stuff that will stop the bleeding almost immediately, but they burn and sting like a son of a bitch, and the dog will not like that. It only lasts for like 5-10 seconds, but it's enough to piss the dog off.
Right.
So you probably don't want to do that. Just put a cotton ball, if it's down in between the toes, put a cotton ball in there and wrap it up, and then hold the dog long enough for it to learn that you don't want him to take it off. Her to take it off. I grew up in Alaska. I had to put 9 stitches in between the toes of my my Doberman one time, 110-pound Doberman. He decided to go out the window and service a female pit that was scratching at the door. She knew who the biggest dog in town was. And by the time I got home, the neighbors had let him back in the house. The window was broke. And he was almost unconscious from blood loss. But I put stitches in his foot, and then I had to put 2 stitches in the vein right there, and he was fine. Okay, but the dogs are amazingly understanding. But the biggest thing is that you have to intentionally project that comforting, and what your intentions are is to comfort, so that your pheromones will align with what you're trying to do. If you're scared of the dog, then the dog's going to read your fear and think that you're going to do something to him that he should be afraid of.
Right.
What's your name?
Or be afraid of.
What's your name?
Shane.
Shane, I got to tell you,
I'm a guy to get it done. I get anything done.
Shane,
I'm a repair specialist. I can repair anything from a dog to a window to a cell phone screen.
But you don't ever shut up, do you?
No, I don't.
Shane, I wanted to thank you for calling in, because not only have you walked Corey through this step, my dog came home paralyzed in the back and is in a wheelchair, and I've had trouble dealing with him and not being comfortable, and everything you've told Corey, I now understand and will use for my dog. So you not only helped Corey out, you helped me out. And I'm sure there's plenty of other listeners out there that have appreciated this advice today. So thank you for calling.
I appreciate you, Danny.
Have a good
I
day,
have
brother.
A rather unique outlook on life.
I'm telling you.
Can tell. I love it.
All right. Have a great day, brother. We'll talk to you later.
Yes, sir. Later.
All right. Bye. What's a good out on this phone call? Just where he says, pull the nail out? Or are you going to keep going past that? This phone call is like 3, 4, almost 5 minutes long.
Yeah. I don't, you want us to run it and then we'll know?
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. You're right. He was very long winded.
Yeah, but it was great.
It was.
You're listening to Danny and Country Corey on 98.1 The Max.
Corey's got an emergency at home with his dog.
I don't know that it's an emergency. She stepped on a nail and there's no vehicle there to take her to the vet. So, and my wife is apparently absolutely terrified to pull this nail out.
I don't blame her. I wouldn't do it. I'm terrified to even touch my dog that's in a wheelchair. I just, no, I don't know why. It's a man thing.
Shane is on the phone. He knows all about it.
I've had to sew my dogs up and my friends' dogs up quite a few times. I can walk you through how to handle that.
You can walk me through it?
You follow my directions and the dog will not only let you do it, be happy that you did it.
How about that?
What first you do is you don't try to touch the foot. You take her to one of her favorite places. It's a female dog, right?
Right.
Right. You take her to one of her favorite places, a comfortable place on the floor. You lay her down and pet her head. And if your wife or whoever's the most friendly, the dog likes the most, gets the head.
So you're saying I'm a pet her and love on her, and then
you're gonna put her and love on her and hold her head and talk to her and tell her what you're gonna do, because they understand your tone, not necessarily the words.
Right.
And I have to do this, so I'm going to do it, but I need you to understand that. And they're going to understand that you're trying to help them. You've got to establish that you're not trying to take to increase the pain.
Right.
And dogs are very they read the emotion.
Yeah,
okay?
intuitive.
They feel that very much. And so and all the pheromones coming off you. If you're scared to touch the thing to try and get it, like your wife probably is, then the dog senses that pheromones from your fear. You have to not be afraid. You have to be projecting, intentionally projecting comfort to the dog. I'm trying to help you, and you produce a different pheromones, and they see that they read those.
Right.
So anyway, you set the dog down. You love the dog. You get a piece of Velcro, like a belt or a strap or whatever, and just gently around the nose, so that the dog can't bite you, so that you're not afraid of the dog biting you.
Right.
Suddenly.
Right.
Because it can happen. And once you've done all of these things and you've got the dog set down, then you go ahead and pull the foot up so that where the dog can see what you're doing, and gently pull the nail out. Have a rag or a towel there to wrap the foot up if it starts bleeding.
Right.
Most likely it won't. Now, there's a lot of like fake skin, spray-on skin things and stuff that will stop the bleeding almost immediately, but they burn and sting like a son of a bitch, and the dog will not like that. It only lasts for like 5-10 seconds, but it's enough to piss the dog off.
Right.
So you probably don't want to do that. Just put a cotton ball, if it's down in between the toes, put a cotton ball in there and wrap it up, and then hold the dog long enough for it to learn that you don't want and you don't want him to take it off.
Well, that's a pretty good plan, I would think.
I can't tell you how much I appreciate Shane calling in. This is a game changer for my house. How about you? Do you feel more comfortable going home and getting this nail out now?
I was never uncomfortable.
See, I think that's why you probably already do that. And I don't know if it's a male instinct, a personality instinct, but we have a baby monitor set up where the dog is now sleeping in his cage so we can see and hear and make sure he's not like on his side and can't get up.
Right.
This morning, I was down getting a cup of coffee and the carpenter was in there about to get him out. And he's sitting there talking to him exactly like Shane just explained.
Right.
And I kind of thought it was just cute. But here he is doing what Shane's saying to do, and it seems to work, and they got a buddy system going.
And it's cute on top of everything else.
Right. So I'm just saying, Shane, I don't know if Corey needed that advice, but I sure did. So thank you for the game changer at this house. Now I feel more confident about taking care of my paralyzed dog.
I love that.
Right?
Now you're comfortable taking care of your puppy. And I'm just gonna go home and assess the situation. I may get it out myself. I may not. I don't know. We'll just have to see what happens when we get there. I mean, if it looks like a horror movie, I'll try to keep in mind that it's just blood and I shouldn't hit the floor.
Maybe maybe you could give us an update or give an update to Ross, and he can let everybody know this afternoon. I don't know. I want to know what happened. So you're definitely calling me. I'm going to tell you that. But speaking of Ross, you know what? We were at Lafayette's yesterday having lunch, and this dude walked in carrying a puppy, and he wanted to go sit on the patio. And Corey and I got to talking like, what's with the patio puppies?
I didn't even know you could take a dog to a restaurant.
Oh, you can do anything with your pets these days, especially in Midtown. We're going to have to ask the mayor of Midtown next about it.
Cool. Just waved at one of the construction guys. They got some kind of insulation thing stacked up in front of the window. And so when he walked up to grab something, I just waved at him. He just looked away like, what a weirdo.
Man, I am starving today. I gotta get some of that spaghetti.
Wish I had some spaghetti.
What's that? How we doing?
Wondermus.
Corey's got a dog with a nail stuck in his paw at home.
About to be one less dog. Probably gonna have to put her down.
You telling me you have a one-legged dog?
No, I said one. About to be one less dog.
No, one-legged dog.
No, I do not have a one-legged.
She's already got one in the wheelchair.
No,
now
I
you got
do
one with a you got a one-legged dog.
No, he's got a nail in her foot.
That's a John Prine song that Country Corey won't like.
You're probably right. I'm not. A
I
big
can't believe. By the way, this
I knew
this
this was
actually
coming up.
bothers me that you don't like John Prine.
I'd never heard that song before, and I didn't like it. I thought it was awful.
I just posted it not too long ago too because I almost cried listening to it. When the girl sings, she's like,
"Why did your
honey?
Did your trailer park girlfriend break up with you or something?"
No. Got a home, 2.5 baths. He's got another song that's I love. What was it called? Pretty good, not bad, can't complain. Ever heard that song?
No.
Wow, I'm gonna send you some John Prine, dude.
I know that. Apparently I need to go listen to terrible music.
Woody, I bet you like seven songs about solo cups. Is that what you're about to tell me?
I love solo cup songs. If
Get
it's
out of here, dude.
If the
You know
song's
what?
about solo cup, it's a hit.
All right, you're no longer Country Corey. You were running water. I got a microwave Corey.
Drive a combustion engine down a
Right?
highway.
Yeah. I went to school downhill both ways, Country Corey.
Did he just die
Yeah,
last week?
got COVID, got him.
Oh, that's up. You know what that song reminded me of?
What?
You remember the movie, the Disney Robin Hood movie with the animals?
God, I love that movie. That's my favorite Disney movie.
That's what John Prine reminded me of. Is when yeah, that song.
Yeah.
Do, 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 do. That's
Yeah.
what it reminded me of.
That rooster with the old mandolin looking
Yeah.
thing. The lute. I think it's
Yeah.
called the lute.
It is. But Danny's just not participating today.
Ba-ba-dee-ba-ba-da-bo. Dee-dee-doo-doo-boo-boo-boo-boo-boo.
I just love it. We get coffee for something that starts to run tomorrow on a Friday.
That sounds about right.
Yep. It's okay. At least you don't get copy at 10 o'clock at night for something that starts tomorrow.
Yeah, give it to you at 11 o'clock in the morning.
What, that Old Navy?
Yeah.
See, I never those. I get
You don't
so,
get a notification?
well, I get so many notifications from V Creative. I can't tell when, like, it'll be a to do that I have to do, and then it'll get covered up by so many other V Creative emails.
That's
that
my fault. I should have just emailed you.
It
Or
just gets
texted you.
lost in the mix. It's all right. I got it this morning.
Cool.
By the time Ross texted me, I was already too drunk to cut the spot in dresses. I was like, "You got to get your dresses," and it always 60 off %.
It was a fun time. How was Lafayette?
Delicious.
Oh, we're gonna ask you all about it. No, it was great.
Oh, I need more coffee.
Minute and a half. So does that thing have its own warmer, or do you do it on the stove? Does that thing have its own warmer, or do you do it on the stove?
No, you boil the water in a kettle, and then an electric kettle, and then you throw it in there. You get that French press. This thing is straight rocket fuel.
All right. Anybody? Can you think of any other promos we need? Sweet deal. What else? Anything else? Brian Regan was canceled.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
I know.
Who didn't see that coming though?
We got anything else going on that I'm forgetting?
That's all I can think of.
20 seconds.
Oh my god.
Telling you, every morning, the minute I get up, I got the radio on, I laugh. There's always a LOL moment.
On 98.1 The Max.
LOL moment. Totally on the show, right?
Makes me cringe a little bit every time I hear it.
Oh, we are joined with Ross Turner, the mayor of Midtown.
What up? What up?
We went over to Lafayette's to have lunch yesterday. Can you believe I got Corey to go to a restaurant?
Hey, congratulations, man. You got that shot.
No, I didn't get the shot. Not yet. I just
Oh,
went ahead. I just went. I just went.
brave.
Just sick of it. Sick of it.
My man.
Well, we invited you to come make an appearance, and I love I just saw this text. I do that all the time. I know what that means. Oh,
You're like, no, that's a no.
no. Yeah.
I'm good.
What's with the puppies on patios, dude?
That's just happiness floating around the world. What's up? You don't like puppies on patios?
I didn't even know you could take a dog into a restaurant.
They haven't euthanized one dog this year at the Memphis Humane Society because everybody's been adopting them. Like 2 weeks ago, they just started getting capacity. I guess people started returning them. They're like, wait a minute, I got at the bottom of the barrel here. I don't know because I know people who've adopted like 2 or 3 dogs, but everybody's got them now. So everybody got a puppy this year.
Okay, so why are they on the patios?
Because people, that's like the thing. People bring their dogs out with them because, Tinder sucks. So does Hinge. So finding an actual person to date sucks, but you can always find a dog that will love you unconditionally.
But they're like this certain kind of people, they're the same people who hate when I bring my kid to a patio.
Right? For real.
Because kids ruin everything. If you bring a kid on a plane, you might as well be holding a grenade. All right? You're just sitting there waiting for that thing to ruin your flight. Just starts crying. Dogs don't sit there and cry. And if you do, you just
bark.
pull on the leash. What are you doing?
Yeah, they bark constantly. They're begging for food.
Yeah.
Are they trying to pick up ladies? I don't know. I'm not a puppy on a patio kind of person.
All right. I don't know.
All
I want to do is buy you like Reese's peanut butter cups or like happiness or something. I don't know what you need in your life to fill that hole, but I don't know where we're gonna find it because if a puppy doesn't do it, that's the last stop on the block, Danny.
All right. I will say it didn't take long for Corey and I to realize we were in Midtown. It's like a whole nother world over there.
It really is.
We're like so in our little suburbs, just.
I was looking around and I was like, I ain't in Bartlett no more.
What was the thing that kind of stood out besides puppies and happiness?
Besides a guy wanting to bring a puppy on a patio. What else?
Probably the chick with the shaved head with red flames tattooed on her head.
Yeah.
You mean Janet?
I knew it. See, we knew it. We knew you know her.
I don't know her.
Oh.
By the way, her name wouldn't be Janet. It would be something like weird, like kind of like Chloe or Spice or something. What's that?
Corey,
like her name would be like Echo.
Yeah, that's actually.
Corey did say, "Why are all the weirdos always hot?"
They are too, and they're in great shape. I mean, this girl was banging.
Because you can't be weird and ugly. You can be weird and hot. Like if you're just ugly and ugly.
Yeah,
That's
see,
why
I
I'm
always just thought
ugly.
you were. I always thought you were weird because you were ugly.
Yeah, well,
Turns
I
out
mean,
I'm
some of us can navigate that line. You know what I mean?
Yes. So, Corey, do you feel weird after going out in the restaurant? Did you feel okay today?
I feel great.
How do you feel about me going to a wedding tonight?
Oh, I'm terrified.
You're gonna have
Everybody
a
I
blast.
know, everybody that I know almost that has gotten COVID got it from a wedding.
That is true.
Rachel got it from a wedding. My wife's sister and her husband got it from a wedding.
Hey, that's better than going to a wedding and getting married. Much rather get COVID.
All right. On that note, what's coming up after 10?
Hold on.
Ross?
I want a challenge. I
Oh.
want a challenge.
Oh, you want
What?
a challenge?
I'm not going to go and try and get COVID.
Okay.
No, that's not the challenge. The challenge is to go and not get COVID.
But what would you like me to get into some of these
Okay,
conversations?
so you want a fun challenge. You want a homework assignment.
Yes.
Okay. What would work good, Ross? Random stuff Danny could say at the wedding.
Oh, you know what?
You
I
think
haven't been at a wedding that anybody's done it. When they say, "Hey, could speak now, forever hold your peace," you say something. Give a reason why they shouldn't get married.
I love you. I love you. Don't marry him.
You don't have the stones to do it.
No, I'm not. Yeah, I don't.
No,
I'm
he's
not- that's not even.
his wedding.
No,
All
yeah,
right.
that's gonna ruin.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Oh,
The
I got it.
challenge. The challenge is not to ruin someone's wedding. It's
I got it. I got it. I got it.
All right.
Ask as many people as you can about their car's extended warranty.
Oh my god.
I would kick you out of the wedding.
Oh my. Okay. Car's extended warranty. All right. I want y'all to take a bet on it.
I've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
Oh, I'm already thinking. How many do you think I got, Ross?
I think you forget about it after 2, and then you start partying. So I'm gonna say 2.
Corey?
Or that's when you start remembering it after you've been drinking, and then you get like 5. And you don't even ask people; you just start yelling it.
Corey, you to take the over or under on the 5?
I'm going to take over. I think you're going to get more than 5.
We'll see. Have a good weekend. What's coming up next, Ross?
Imagine getting busted for drugs, and then 20 years later, the cops knock on your door and say, "Here's more drugs for real." It's coming up on the Max.
All right.
Very good. I got it in there.
You did.
I saw it the last minute. I go, oh, I want my homework assignment.
I know. I was looking at it earlier going, how are we going to fit this in? Can't believe you're going to a wedding, though. It's better than going to the vet, which is apparently where I'm going.
Right on. A wedding. Yeah. I officiated a wedding back in October. The backyard wedding.
Are you ordained?
Yeah.
Oh.
I've done 9 weddings.
Have you?
Yeah.
He did Nikki's. Did you know Nikki Jimenez or no?
I did that one at Minglewood.
Oh, yeah. I couldn't quit laughing.
I
No,
killed it.
Just that they were all standing, all the bridesmaids, they're just laughing at all the pictures. They're all like under tattoo ink or whatever.
Yeah. There's a tattoo parlor.
Yeah.
Stone's throw right there and a hookah lounge. Classy. Keep it classy.
All right. I guess I got to go home now.
Okay.
All right. I guess I'll see you later.
I'll see you in an hour.
All right.
Okay, bye. Not you, Ross, bye.